I don't know about you, but I need this makeup on my face immediately. My friend Etienne, he did this makeup on Lana, and it's now my makeup Roman Empire. Let's get us a full coverage eyeshadow base on. This one's from Gerard Cosmetics. It's been one of my favorites for quite some time. Go ahead and take that all the way up to the brow bone. So he told me, I have the scoop, he told me he started with some cooler tones in the socket. In fact, I think I want to cool this down just a little bit more. I'm going to grab just a touch of the gray and just tap that on top. There we go. That's as cool as I want it. Before I show you the next step, let's really deepen this up with the gray. We're going to switch it back in just a second, but this is going to give us our contour. We're going to grab this orangey shade, and that's going to go on top. I'm just going to work in small sections. We're still going to have that definition and contour, but we're definitely going to warm it up, and this is how we're going to transition it. Now we're going to grab just a smidge of this shade, and we're going to go ahead and press that on the brow bone. Do a little bit of cleanup work over this way, a little bit of blurring, and I think we're on the right track. Let's get this lid carved out. Okay, so I took a mixture of this color, and that is going to go on our lid. Oh my gosh, this is so Lana. So 60s, I love it. Do you think you weren't gonna learn something this tutorial? So there's wing liner, but we don't have to do it the traditional way. I'm gonna show you a really easy way to do it. Clear base. You can't mess up clear base. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this on our E26 and it's just gonna map it out. Look at that, how easy. Look at that. Oh! And that's gonna go over a fold. Let me stop this and get you over here because this eye, this is my hooded struggle eye. All right, so let me just relax so you can see how that's going down? Doesn't matter because the clear base is gonna go right over it. Look at that. And then all you gotta do is tilt back. There you go. Easy peasy. I'm telling you, you can do this. Now I just picked up brown eyeshadow and all you gotta do is trace, fill this in. I'm gonna go ahead and fill the whole little area in and just keep picking it up. I'm gonna pick up some more of it. Same idea, just keep adding it. And then I'm just gonna really tight line over that way with it. I might darken it a little bit more, but you're basically just following the line that you created. And the eyeshadow base is so easy to use because it's just grabbing. You're not having to do any guesswork. It's just going exactly where you placed it. But do remember, I'm filming into a mirror, into a phone here. So it's a little bit more difficult. But you are going to find this so simple, so simple. We're gonna take a little bit of concealer now and finish cleaning and shaping. I did clean up with some micellar water, but I really wanna kind of flip this upwards. Very Lana. And while we're at it, I'm gonna go ahead and carve out the brow. Just a little bit. I'm not gonna go quite as heavy, but I do want to fade the front part a little bit more. Now I'm going to take a fluffy brush, see that concealer? I'm not going to worry as much about blending it there. I'm really just picking it up on the brush and I'm going to start to fade the front part and kind of just complete the shadow. I always have to take a little bit of my liquid and melt that in to the eyeshadow. Okay. Onward. Now in the picture with the heart eye patch, I wish I had that. The lashes look shaped very similar to these. I don't want them to be too turned up, so I'm kind of turning them down a little bit. Nice. I didn't ask what foundation she was wearing. I should have asked. Let's watch this foundation blend out with our C42 brush. How blendy that is. Don't forget the ear, my ears. Red for no reason. I'm gonna put a little bit more foundation right here. Have you ever wondered why I don't just pour it onto my face? It's because I want to be able to build it up. It's not that I don't want full coverage. You just don't get an even blend if it's not evened out on your face first. And even if you don't want to use your fingers, get yourself a makeup spatula and even that foundation out first. It's going to wear so much better and your tools will thank you. Didn't want to go too warm with bronzer, so I'm going to use this contour stick. It still has a little bit of warmth. This one's from Westman Atelier and the shade is Truffle. And I'm going to use my foundation brush to blend it out. That's going to help it stay a little bit cooler as well because a little bit of foundation is going to go on top of it and that's going to cool it down a little bit. Not to gray territory, but we just don't want today. Tomorrow I want my warm bronzer, but today we don't want too warm of a bronzer with this particular look. If you ever want to cool down your bronzer, just take a little bit of your foundation, just the tiniest amount. Too much, you're just going to cover it up, but it'll cool it down a little bit for you. I want to go a little bit more full coverage, so I'm going to do my Hourglass concealer, and it looks like Lana has pretty sculpted cheekbones there. So we'll just sculpt that out a little bit. Now we're going to blend out our contour with a smaller concealer brush. Nice and carved. I'm going to come back to that in just a second. But let's go ahead and blend out our under eye. Connect it in here. Brighten that up. And get ready for our peachy blush. So there was a peachy blush involved, but we're also going to use this on our lips with some lip liner. I mixed a little bit of the clear base with some brown eyeshadow. And we're just gonna go ahead and line underneath here. And if my eyes aren't deceiving me, there looks to be a little bit of a light shadow here. And then the dark shadow kind of feathers and stops about right there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set everything. He said he used a cream blush, just a peachy one, on her lips. Then he told me to mix Cork lip liner and let's get this one on. Get some definition, but then he said to use Stone as well, and then he topped it. Get this, okay? Get this. He said Lana Del Rey loves lip balm, so he just topped it with Carmex. Let's all go buy Carmex because Lana Del Rey wears Carmex. I'm gonna top it with this Kiko Milano lip volume. All finished. Not only is this one of my favorite looks to do, it's also one of my favorite Valentine's Day looks. I'll save this for later in case you want to recreate it.